Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Journey Across the Galaxy. We are continuing our travel towards the great black hole at the center of the galaxy, Sagittarius A star. We are most of the way there. We have, I think right around 70 jumps left to go. So let's go ahead and get turned towards our destination. I generally, if you've been watching this series at all, I generally start my episodes landed on the planet, but I decided to switch back to my joystick just because I can't ever make long-term decisions and stick with them. So I had to fiddle. I realized I had to fiddle around a little bit more with my controls as I started the initial pass of this recording, and I was like, nah, there's way too much BS going on. I need to restart it. So anyways, for those of you who might be just joining us for these adventures, we hop into a system. We do our little discovery scanner here to identify all the different bodies that are there. We check the system map to see if anybody has already scanned some things, which they have here, but nothing interesting that I can tell. You know what? Again, I'm having to adjust controls because, let's see, I want that. Am I able to trigger things in here? UI panel select. I do want to be able to do that. And then I want to be able to do, oh wait. Up, down, left, right. There we go. Now maybe I can use my joystick. Sweet. All right. Coming to a stop, checking the system scanner. There are no valuable planets. We are typically looking for Earth-like worlds, ammonia worlds, and water worlds. And if none of those show up, we move on unless we have a system that has fewer than around 15 bodies in it. The purpose of this journey is primarily to search for exobiology signatures so we can increase our exobiology status. Our rank in exobiology. So that's kind of the... Okay, well, we definitely want to go there. Unless we find one that has like 3 in it. Or how far away are these? Yeah, they're close enough that we could go do that. So let's check out this last little set of things over here. Geological 3, that's not what we're looking for. And geological 3, also not what we're looking for. How many are left? Just one? So where's this other one that we're looking for? Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we're definitely wanting to go to this little guy over here. Alright, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cut so that you guys don't have to watch this boring part, and we'll scan this planet, pop down, and see what cool, interesting life forms might be down there. And here we are approaching the planet. Nice little ring planet next to it. Good old gas giants with rings. I think all of us really like to have those ring planets as much as possible because they're kind of pretty. Try to keep it on the screen for as long as I can. Alright, so we need to get this planet scanned, find out what's on the surface, and then go down and hopefully we'll be able to find both of them, depending on what color the bacteria is going to be. You're always going to have at least one bacterial source. So if you see a planet that has just one biological signature on it, well, you know what's on there. That's why we don't generally tend to go after planets that only have one biological source, because I'm not interested in flying all the way over here just to get some bacteria. So 6 probes is the efficiency bonus here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. And then we have to wait for the... we do have to wait for the scan to be completed so that we can maybe filter out some things and get maybe be able to narrow down where some of this stuff is going to be. Because these heat maps show you the full range where things could be, but yeah, okay, Fonticula, those are going to be the mushroom ones. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves moving towards the Oh, that's right. Gotta make sure I turn off the Super Cruise Assist, because it's gonna make me orbit if I do that. Alright, so I want to try to find a relatively flat ground, because the Fonticula do show up in flat places, which is very nice. Not really... This whole planet's very bumpy, so I want to try to find the biggest open, most flat area, but then also craters are also a good place to find this stuff, so I think what I'll do is I'll aim for this crater that's like the 2 craters up from the reticle right there, and then continue off in that direction. Continue off in this direction if we don't find everything we need inside this crater. Hopefully this crater is big enough that we can get all of our genetic diversity for the Fonticula inside of it, and we can just grab our stuff, and if we don't see any obvious bacterial sources, we can just move on. And I'm going to try to remember, though, to use my night vision to my advantage, because it will outline objects on the ground and make it easier to see things like the Fonticula. And, you know, it renders them a little bit more obviously so that you can find things easier. Okay. Let's get that night vision turned on. Yeah, this is a nice big crater, too. I think I saw some, but we're going too fast. Oh, here we go.
Landing gear deployed.
Let's see if we can land here. Hard to tell. Maybe not. I mean, I keep forgetting that you... For a lot of these, well, at least with the grass, you can land on top of it, but probably not for this. So let's pull a little this way. See if we can find an area that will... Oh, okay. That's a problem. We gotta fix that. I have my throttle set to being a full range throttle instead of just forward only. I'm like, why will it not stop? Okay. Slowly trying to reestablish control here. Give me a landing spot, please. I would like to land. Not gonna let me, though. Come on. I would really like it if they... Oop, no, I think I had a spot there, and I lost it. Okay, here we go. Get ourselves on the ground. Oh, come on. Okay, well, if I'm okay, let me land. There we go. The fiddly nature of this stuff. You would think that your flight computer, even a basic flight computer, would be like, oh, hey, stupid, move over there. Okay, so we'll go grab this dude over here. I have a bad feeling that we're not going to get the bacteria from this land because most of the bacteria are light colored and this is all white, so I don't know. And the bacteria is not highlighted with the night vision, so you can't cheese it that way. Fonticula campestris emerald. We've seen plenty of those. I like the cool looking veins on them though. All right, so I think what we want to do is. Is there a reason you're not giving me the go back into my ship thing here? Hello? I thought it... I don't know. I'm spacing out. I'm clearly spacing out. So I think what we'll do is we'll go off to the left here and see if we can just kind of do a ring around the crater since it's so... well, I mean, I guess we don't really need to. We can just go straight down and hopefully get down to some of the more flat parts, because it looks like they're all over the place in this crater. So let's find the next sort of flat area down here. Like, this should be plenty far enough. Come on, give me a landing spot. Can't see anything. Oh, right here. This works. And off we go to get yet another one. Well, I mean, we'll take a second and look around and see if maybe we can find some bacteria, but I'm not gonna lose any sleep if we don't catch it. Sparkly. Don't you like it when they're sparkly like that? I don't know if you can I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on the video. Those rocks are super sparkly. I'm gonna try to get up. Like, can you see that? Can you see that in the video? And no, even my OBS I don't think is really picking it up. It's showing up really nice on my monitor, my game screen, but I don't think it's actually showing up for you guys. Maybe it's showing up like a little bit, but I have to imagine that YouTube compression is going to completely wash that out, which really sucks. But it is what it is. Scan, scan, scan. Mushroom scans. Get back to our awesome-looking ship and find yet another set of biologically diverse fonticula. And on we go. Okay, yeah, I haven't really been talking very much during this episode other than just, you know, stating what I'm doing. Possibly because I'm a little frazzled. Oop, a little frazzled with the control scheme set up here. Been trying to, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's hard to be consistent day to day. So you're always going to have good days and bad days, and good videos and bad videos, and, you know, you lose focus and you stop paying attention, and you're kind of just going through the motions sometimes. I think everybody has that problem, no matter how good of a content creator they may be. Some videos are just going to be good, and some videos are just going to be bad. If you don't want to have the kind of life where you're constantly stressing about everything, you have to be willing to accept that. Nothing wrong with having an off day, I guess. Some videos will do better than others. Fortunately, though, this Elite Dangerous content has been increasing my watch time a fair bit, so I appreciate those of you who enjoy the content enough to actually sit and watch it for a while. I think the average watch... Okay. Looks like we're having some kind of server issue. That's the problem. Check my internet connection. I'm able to connect to things and running a speed test just to double check and make sure, find out what's going on here. All right, I may need to pause the video until this comes back, because it's yeah, I'm getting 700 megabits per second. What do you want from me? It's clearly the server. So I'm gonna pause the video until it comes back. Hopefully we don't get disconnected or something stupid like that. Okay, I exited to the menu and came back, and it seemed to resolve the issue. I'm not sure. Sometimes that happens. The Elite Dangerous servers are just... Most of the time they're just fine, but every once in a while, something happens and it just gets stuck or something. I don't know. Okay, so that finishes our fonticula there. Let's go ahead, hop back on the ship. We'll fly around. We'll get out of the crater and fly around for just a second, just to see if we can maybe see the bacteria strain that's down here. And to do that, I want to be able to boost out of here. So we're going to have to make sure we take our landing gear off. And turn ourselves to the nearest edge of the crater, because we don't want to go all the way across. This is an absolutely massive crater. I'm glad I prioritized my engines on this, because it allows me to just basically boost whenever I want to. By the time the speed starts coming down, I already have enough energy to boost it again. So if you have any interest in engineering your ship, or, you know, just configuring your ship in a way that you can figure out how you want it to work, Coriolis.io is the website for you. I would have to imagine that if you've played this game for any length of time, you already know that, but, you know, there's people who don't play this game and might be interested in playing this game. They have no idea what to even look at when it comes to configuring their ships, and Coriolis.io is what you're looking for. Coriolis.io. I use that extensively on every ship that I make. Okay, let's see if maybe we can find some of the biology here. We don't really need to boost anymore. try to stay on flat areas because bacteria, from what I've seen and from what I've been told, tends to favor flat terrain. So, I mean, obviously there's all this fonticula up here, so I guess we didn't really need to go into a crater to get it. We'll slow down just a little bit to see if maybe we can come across some bacteria, but, I mean, oh. I saw what looked like a dark spot. Yep, right there. Alright. So, maybe we'll go ahead and do this.
Landing gear deployed.
As you know, every little bit of data helps, and ideally, I'm hoping we can get to that station that's one of my viewers recommended. That's actually near Sagittarius A-star itself. I think that one's actually closer, and we can sell all our data. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get as much out of it as we could if we sold it back at, say, Jameson Memorial, but better safe than sorry, right? And then we can fly out to Beagle Point, sell the data that we collected out there. Just keep selling things as we go. Bacterium vesicula, cyan. I don't know how you say that. And, you know, just to make sure that we don't have months, like, by the time we get back to Jameson Memorial, if we continue this all the way through and all the way back, and you guys are continue to be interested in this series all the way out to Beagle Point and all the way back, then, you know, by then we'll probably have months worth of data sitting in our banks if we don't sell it along the way. So really want to make sure we're selling things at every opportunity. Even though we're going to probably take a loss, they're not going to sell it to us for as much as we would get back in the bubble. I'd rather play it safe. Ooh, I think I saw another one. I'd rather play it safe and not end up having, yeah, because I do stupid things like that. Because it's exactly because I do stupid things like that, crashing into the ground. So, let's grab this here. I'm just looking at that terrain indicator down at the screen, pretty much just flying based off of that. I know I try to narrate some things because I know that some of you who are stumbling into these videos have no idea what this game is, and you're like, what's this? I know this game has been around for a very long time, but I mean, there's so many YouTube viewers out there that expecting all of them to know what the heck's going on in a game that even as prolific as this one is just, you know, you got to explain things. Even in every episode, you got to kind of explain things so that someone who's never seen this game before has a vague idea of what's going on. Because, I mean, even younger kids who are just getting into gaming and, you know, have a vague interest in space flight, or they see the thumbnail and they're like, what's this? You know, if you don't explain anything to them, they're going to be like, well, that's kind of cool looking, but I don't understand what's going on, so I'm going to find something else to do. Got to get more people playing the game so we can convince the developers to get off their butts. Okay, we'll go, say, this way, and hopefully I'll stop slamming my ship into the ground there. But this is why I always run with shields, because if I didn't, the only reason my armor down there in the bottom below my shields is down at 97% is because I've had a couple of unfortunate incidences getting too close to bodies and going too fast. So which is kind of stupid. I think it's dumb that it damages permanent structural things when you approach a body too fast, but whatever. Especially when you have shields. The shields are supposed to protect you from, you know, forces like that. So, for those of you who have stated to me that me flying this way makes you anxious, are you anxious? Is it bugging you? Are you worried about us skimming the ground this way? Don't worry. We'll only bang a couple of times. It's not that big of a deal. Come on, I'm low enough. I mean, I guess I don't want to be too low because then I can't see anything. So, we're just looking for another dark patch. We just need one more. Seeing any. Oh, nope, there's one. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this, and I think we'll go ahead and call it an episode. So, hopefully, you guys had lots of fun I know I enjoy coming in here and just kind of hanging out in space for a little bit. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to more viewers. When we have a lot more people along for the ride, it's a lot more fun because you guys can get down in the comments and have a discussion and, you know, talk about the journey so far. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my videos, so consider clicking that join button so that you can check out the list of perks that will become available should you decide to become a channel member. There are 3 different tiers available based off of how much you enjoy the channel. So click that join button and consider supporting me as a content creator. So anyways, as I said already, I hope you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.